Hello.
Sweet Anita is a well-known face among streamers, but she never agreed to show her millions of followers her naked body, nor be filmed having sex. That's because it never happened. Yet she's now one of the thousands of victims of deepfake porn, the practice of taking one person's face and putting it on existing adult content.
Since this is so indistinguishable from reality, it has all the same consequences as revenge porn. And so now I will be living those consequences for a choice I never made, because no one will necessarily look into or research whether I made this content or not. They'll just see my face in porn.
As a streamer, she has thousands of interactions with her fans every day. But someone took those interactions to a disturbing place by creating deepfake, live-action adult content of her.
How have you felt since seeing that?
Tired. I just feel tired.
She discovered the content after seeing this. A streamer called Atrioc briefly showed a tab of a website that hosted deepfake, explicit content of other streamers. Sweet Anita was on that.
You're seeing yourself do things that personally I would never do. A lot of the thumbnails for this were actively with faces of like distress. These people want this content of you and they're willing to get it against your will, but then on top of that, for them to want to see you suffer is just another level of dark.
Dude, I was on a regular ass normal site and there was an ad. I don't know, I got morbidly curious and I clicked something and I it's just it's gross. It's gross and I'm sorry. I really am.
He apologised. How did you feel about that?
None of the anger, none of the wanting to do anything about this is directed towards him. It's literally about wanting people who make this content to A, not profit from it, and B, be genuinely terrified to do it.
We've seen deepfakes expand as a term to refer to a lot of what is now being called generative AI. That is the use of artificial intelligence to create any realistic seeming text, video, images, voice audio, for example. And so we've seen deepfake non-consensual pornography expand in those avenues as well.
Research found that 96% of deepfake videos online were featuring non-consensual pornography. That study was 4 years ago.
Now we're talking about probably millions of videos out there. But one thing we can say is that the problem has not got better, it has got significantly worse.
Victims like Sweet Anita are suffering the consequences of it right now.
If I, in 20 years' time, try to get a job doing something important to me, and somebody finds like a porn video of me, and they have no context, they're more likely to fire me or not hire me than ask me to explain myself. But when people do that to you, and they think that you've been sexual, they consider that part of the parcel and package that you've consented to.
Do you feel in danger knowing that people could have those opinions of you?
I definitely think that this has heightened all of the security issues I was already facing. My biggest example of how people don't care what happens to sex workers is that nobody has mentioned that sex workers' work was stolen for this and that they didn't consent either.
But as deepfake technology continues to get more advanced, regulation should become more important, right?
Well, frankly, you can change the law, but the law won't change anything until the culture does. Right now, resoundingly, we're seeing that a lot of people don't know what consent means. And a lot of people feel entitled to anyone's body on the internet.
What's your next step to move on from this?
There isn't any moving on from it. This is just out there forever now. This is just an extra aspect that I will have to deal with.
That's quite a bleak outlook though.
Yeah, of course. But I don't know what to say. What else can I do? What else can anyone do? I can take legal action, but nothing about what's been done will be changed and none of it will ever go away.